Hey, Bill Gross here, the LAProbateExpert.com. And question today: does staging a home help you net more money when you sell the property? I think I'm the only person in the industry that's going to say, don't waste your money, don't fall for the hype. Well, how can that be? So I think in sales, there are certain things that are easy to sell, but don't really work. Like get rich quick systems. They're easy to sell. They sound exciting. Stay at your house, click here and make millions of dollars. Whereas selling hard work every day and creating value for customers is a harder sell, but actually works in the long run. I think staging is one of those things. It appeals to a seller who wants to sell a $100 bill for $105. Now look, in the last year, everything's gone up in value. And so it appears that everything works. And any price you ask for, you can get. And that may continue. But in a real market, and we might be in an adjustment right now, and in some areas we are, you have to focus on the net value and not waste money if you're not going to get a return. So let's dive a little deeper into this. The first thing I always thought was, why would somebody else's furniture convince or fool a buyer into thinking the house is worth more money? Now, of course, we want a nice experience when we look at property. So it's important the house be clean, that it be free of any smells, it be free of, that you're able to walk through and visualize the entire home. So I always say you need to pick everything up and get rid of the trash and clean up and make it a pleasant experience to walk in the home as much as you can. But past that, I'm saying that it doesn't change the value of the property. And the thing I want to say is show me the data. Show me the data. I see agents make claims all the time about them raising the value. I see major firms put on their websites, you get a 400% return on investment on staging. Think about that. They want to list a $2 million house and spend $10,000, and you're going to get $40,000 more or $80,000 more sales price because of the furniture. Does that even make sense to you when people say that? And so when I dig a little deeper and search for the statistics on the market, I threw away the staging industry statistics. Obviously, they're biased. And when I look at the only statistics that seem to support staging from the National Association of Realtors, I find doesn't support it at all. What do I mean by that? So NAR, National Association of Realtors, did a survey to real estate agents. They sent out an online email link, and only 4% of the agents responded. Now, are those the 4% highest productive agents with the most listings that know the most about the business? Are the 4% average of all real estate agents? I don't know. I can make a case that the only agents responding to emails like that don't have the time selling houses and spend too much time thinking about what it might be like to sell a house. But let's look at their responses. The realtors who answered that survey, 31% say they stage every house. 31%. Now, I'm going to tell you, 31% of the homes do not bring in furniture and bring in new material to make a house look lived in. Maybe it includes cleaning up. Maybe it includes getting rid of trash. Maybe it includes a cleanup service to make it smell nicer and be a little cleaner. The average job by the agent cited in that survey was $300. That's not a house full of furniture. That's $300. And when they used the service, the average job was $1,500. Again, that's not moving trucks worth of furniture filling up a house. That survey is based on maybe removing some items, maybe putting a couple things in to make the house look more filled out. But that is not what real estate agents in our markets are pitching sellers is going to increase their value. And that's because it doesn't make any sense. The only scientific data done by professors who analyzed real data that's cited in the Wall Street Journal and MarketWatch says clearly there is no evidence that the increased expenditure on staging increases the net price to the seller. Now, there are companies that will say, well, we won't charge you money until we sell the house. Well, of course, it costs more. Or we'll take it out of our commission. Well, of course, their commission now, dollars are being wasted. Who's paying the commission? The seller. So it's a great sales pitch and a hook to an agent, to a seller, a great hook for an agent, but it may not actually increase the value of the property. There's a fantastic tool I use all the time called Remodeling magazine. It's online. And it lists all the major jobs you can do to fix up a home. Because oftentimes sellers will say to me, well, I think we'll fix up the kitchen, we'll fix up the bathroom. Well, I say to them, is that investment of time and money going to yield you a profit at the end of the day? Certainly, if you live in a home and you wouldn't fix up the kitchen or the bathroom, great. That's part of your lifestyle. But if you're doing it just to sell the home, will that $10, $20, $50,000 investment yield you back $10, $20, $50,000 plus a return on your money? And according to Remodeling magazine, which is a magazine directed towards professionals in the remodeling industry, no. There's not one job listed where you get all your money back. Every one of them costs you a little bit of loss. Now, again, that's because for most people, the reason to fix a home up is because you live there, because you enjoy it. You have another child, you have more family members, you want to entertain, you want to build a home office. Great. But you don't remodel or fix a house or fix up a kitchen with the intention of getting a profit. Now, sellers at this point ask me, well, how about flippers? How about wholesalers? They buy properties, fix them up, and sell them. A couple key differences. Number one, their labor costs are wholesale. I work with flippers every day in my business, and the ones who do it all the time and make a profit and are in the business for the long term have their own crews. They have a manager who oversees the job who makes sure they get good value for the work that they can pick up cheaper than you can. Where are you going to find somebody to fix something up? Even a local contractor, you're paying a retail price for work, especially in this market where those labors are very much in demand. Second, they typically are paying wholesale prices. They'll buy in bulk paint, lumber, cabinetry, and use the same materials from multiple jobs. So their costs for the materials are much lower. So a typical professional flipper can come in and fix something for about 60 cents on the dollar from what a homeowner can. And of course, that's where the profit comes in. And here's the other area where they make a profit. Everybody has been a genius for the last year because every house in America went up 20%. So if you bought a property and wasted $20,000 and only got back $19,000, 6 months later, you didn't realize it because the longer you took, the worse you were at improving the property, the more it went up. Now, if you think that's going to continue, then definitely fix your house up forever and make a profit. But I believe at some point, the market's going to cool off. It looks like it might be starting there. And more importantly, at some point, interest rates could jump up, leaving buyers to cancel transactions, perhaps at the wrong time for many customers. That's why I push sellers to get the buyers in, get contingencies waived, get those rates locked in so we make sure we can close and not worry about what might happen. So all that said, what can you do? My best advice, if you have a vacant house, in addition to taking out trash, in addition to cleaning it up, is virtual staging. I do that on all my listings now. Where the house is vacant, my photographer comes in and can virtually put in furniture and make it look nice and make it look staged for about 30 bucks a photo. 10 photos staged for 300 bucks, voila. I had a listing recently where the seller did not want to fill up the pool for whatever reasons. And I think it was a mistake, but he didn't want to fill up the pool. And it just looked bad. Any way you slice it, a pool in the back with no water in it doesn't look nice. My photographer said, no problem. And he made it sparkle. And the house sold. So here's the thing I would say. Cut through the nonsense. Cut through the hype. Show me the data. Now, if you're watching this and you want to disagree, fine. Show me the data. Show me some information that's not done by the staging industry that tells you that staging property will net more net profit to a customer. And not just in the last year where everything went up, where it actually create value for the customer more than would have otherwise. How do you feel about this? What's your opinion? Put your comments below. Text me, email me. If I can help you sell your home, if you have questions, let's reach out and have a conversation about the best strategy, most importantly, for your property, not for all of America. How can we get you the net best dollar? So if I can help you, Bill Gross, you know how to reach me. Reply here, text, email. Either way, make today your best day ever. Thanks so much.